I'm going to selfishly start with my team since they got more of the headlines. And I guess apparently let Omar Khan cook because boy, he was an aggressive man yesterday. The big move that was made that I did not expect to happen was that they made a trade with the Colts to get Michael Pittman in a 3-year, $55 million deal where we desperately needed a wide receiver too. Now, he isn't the greatest receiver, and the Colts extended Downs for a reason and got rid of Pittman for a reason, but still a decent quality receiver, someone that I feel like could fit our roster perfect. We also got Rico Dowdle for 2 years and 12.25 million. And at a gain comes a loss because Quinn's favorite, Kenneth Gainwell, is gone. He is heading to the Bucs for 14 mil, which is a tough loss for the team's MVP, which if that's your stat, then I don't know if you're the greatest player in the world. It felt like we had 2 RB2s and not a true RB1 last year, while Rico is kind of a fringe RB1. He's not elite, but he had a great year for Carolina and kind of got screwed over because they wanted to play Chuba Hubbard more for some reason. But we also got some cornerbacks, which we desperately needed due to injuries. Jamal Dean, we signed for 3 years and $36.75 million, which is a massive upgrade and adds that physicality there. But health issues are kind of there, so we need to hope he stays on the field. And if him and Porter could stay on that field, they could be an elite tandem. I think I saw a stat where in 2 seasons, both of them have let up like 1 or 2 touchdowns, which is insane. And we also signed cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. for a year for $4 million, kind of like a depth piece. Guys that we lost besides Gainwell would be Sayamalu would be the big one, the guard. Kind of a decent loss heading to the Cardinals. I wouldn't say he's an elite lineman, but he was one of our better ones to help protect guys like Rodgers. And they're going to have to look for someone 100% a guard in the draft. But I will say this, we definitely won the Minka trade because this is a little early to talk about it, but he's going to the Jets. He really didn't have that great of a year in Miami, but no one in Miami did. So it's safe to say that I feel like we got the better end of the deal in Micah. Salute, friend. So sorry for you. But, yeah, I like the moves we made. The problem is we still don't know who's going to be the most important position on the field, and that's the quarterback. You can make all these moves you want, but you better know who your damn quarterback is, and we don't. And while I think it's most likely going to be Aaron, considering how long he's taken to make this decision, I have a feeling when he retires, it's going to be a pretty quick decision for him. You never know. Maybe he does decide to retire. I know he made some ominous comments on the McAfee show. He basically said a whole lot of nothing with a lot of words. He didn't make any decisions because, of course, he didn't. But, yeah, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's Will Howard. Maybe we go draft Ty Simpson. Who knows? But at least in terms of everywhere else, they definitely upgraded. But what do you think about my team, Quinn? How'd you think I did? Or we did?
I mean, I kind of think Pittman's kind of a boring wide receiver. You kind of paid him a lot of money.
Boo.
To be honest, like every time I see him or look at stats or like fantasy value, even it's just like, oh, he's gonna be good. He's not. It's just like, why are you here? Why do people like you? Like, I think he'll be a good
Pittman.
second wide receiver option to DK Metcalf, kind of different play styles. A good second option, but it's good he's not your number 1 wide receiver because he's not a number 1 wide receiver.
No.
But yeah, it's a little expensive for what I would have liked, but it's not a bad move. Dean, I like Dean. He was pretty good with the Bucs, so it's a decent contract, I think, for him. It's funny you mentioning Sayamalu because he used to be with the Eagles and he left for Pittsburgh, and now he's
jumping around
West Coast. So yeah, Rico Dowdle, I like it. I guess he had 1,000-yard seasons before, I think.
Yeah, he had a good year with Dallas, really good year. And then Carolina, he had like a couple really good, solid games. And then they just benched him, pretty much barely played him.
Which is kind of crazy that he did so kind of well last year, especially with some of the 200-yard, 183,
Yeah.
130-yard games. Like, I think he's a good pickup for you guys, definitely. Like you said, not a number one running back, not yet. I think he could be if given the right circumstances and given the time to play. Um, so 2-year deal, 12.25. I think I like that. I like that. Sante Samuel Jr. Worth trying out. Nothing crazy, but yeah, Gainwell. I texted you. I was a
Your
little disappointed.
boy.
Like, well, Gainwell. No, I mean, did I really want the Eagles to keep him? No, he wasn't that great, but he did decently in Pittsburgh. So I'm like, oh, great. Um, but I mean, he $14 million contract, not bad, for him. And yeah, I texted you about the Fitzpatrick thing because I'm like, you got rid of him to Miami and he's going to the Jets, and you still have Jalen Ramsey, right? That was a multi-year deal.
For now. Who
Okay.
knows? He probably is going
Well,
to stay because we need safety. So
yeah. Well, at least you had him for longer than Miami had Minka, so that works out for you. All right, but
the
yeah,
Gainwell thing too, they just didn't want to pay him. I knew when they let him go to Tampa, they just didn't want to pay him the money Tampa did. Simple as
yeah.
that.
Excuse me. And then your other running back, I know I'm blanking on his name, the guy who's still there,
Warren,
Warren, Jalen Warren. How many years does he have his contract yet? Like another one?
I believe he has one more year left on his deal. Kind
Okay.
of maybe a
And
make it or break it year. There's potential there. They see it. I see why they
yeah,
see it, but he just can't put up RB1 numbers consistently.
and he's on his rookie deal yet, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys pick up his 5th year option, you know? Oh, regardless, in the meantime, um, yeah, I think Dowdle is gonna kind of. Well, Pittsburgh always seems to have a 2-man backfield, which doesn't help Dowdle that much, considering what they did to him in
Oh, sorry, that's right. We signed him last year. That's right. We signed him to a
Okay.
2-year deal through next
Okay.
season, run through 2027. So yeah, he
All right.
wasn't going anywhere. I
Yeah.
think he deserved it.
So,
That's right, because people were crapping all over that, and I actually was
right.
one of the
Yeah.
few to defend it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like Warren, but on the other hand, I feel like there's better options. So, 2-year deal, I think, works out. But we'll see how the backfield split works here. But hopefully, Dowdle does well. Um, and kind of going like 1 year with a new guy. Okay, we have one more year with the next guy, and then see how he is. And we'll pick up another guy and do whatever. Unless you draft Jeremiah Love. That'd be crazy. Steelers straight
No
up in the draft to
chance.
draft
No chance.
Jeremiah Love. That'd be funny. I would have laughed so hard if you drafted Jeremiah Love instead of a quarterback. Anyway, but yeah, I think Steelers had a pretty decent offseason so far. Still a lot to go, of course, but not too bad. Not too bad.